Just find a place to make your stand and take.
Good evening and welcome to the gymnasium on the campus of Merriam Knight High School in Matlock for our first game of our girls and boys basketball doubleheader tonight on MasonWebTV.com. I'm Deidre Allen in the Owl's Nest, ready for some Class 1B basketball featuring the Lake Quinault Elks and the Merriam Knight Owls. First up are the ladies. The girls from Matlock are 8-1 on the season, having last played more than a week ago, having beat Oakville 47-21. Owls are led by Lauren Deerkamp and Miranda Soul, who each scored 11 points. The Elks are 3-6 on the season and last played last night at Oakville, coming away with a 33-21 win. Lake Quinault was led by Romy Begay and Hannah Allen, who each had 11 points, while Amber Nealon grabbed 14 rebounds. This is the first of two regular season meetings between the schools, and we're in for quite a battle. It's game one of our girls and boys high school basketball doubleheader. The Lake Quinault Lady Elks at the Merriam Knight Lady Owls. Next on MasonWebTV.com.
I'll call it a sports complex building that was attached to the softball field. Fully involved when we got here.
You can sign that or not. I'm leaving everything. That's what I think of it. Steve Bloomfield.
You solemnly swear?
We are therefore unwilling to comply with the board's October 31st, 2011 request to submit 8.5% budget cuts.
The reality is, when I took office 12 years ago almost, when I took an oath of office to uphold the laws of the state of Washington and the United States.
It's our belief when the heat on the porch got significant enough, it just broke that glass, blew the door out. And when the glass broke out, it essentially sucked the fire into the house.
Rebound pulled down by Paget for Shelton. He'll get it to Fisher. 20 seconds to go. And Fisher lost it. Sandquist comes up with a miss the layup. The rebound is tapped up to the top of the key, and Bielik hit a three-pointer!
Two receivers on the near side. In the shotgun goes Green. Comes the blitz. Green will just pull it down and run with it straight up the middle. Get out to the outside. He's going to go again all the way for the score. One guy to beat. Can Deerkamp get him in the goal line? Not quite. Touchdown, Red Devils.
Pitch on the way to Brown. There's a swing and a drive deep to center field. It's going. It's gone. It's a home run. It's a grand slam home run for Marissa Brown and the Bulldogs.
The 2011 Grand Marshal of the 4th Festival Parade, John Tarrant, the Mayor of Shelton.
To those who have and will continue to serve and protect us, especially to those here present, a profound thank you.
And welcome back to Merriam Knight High School. Girls basketball game coming up shortly. Had a chance to talk with Lance Valley, coach of the Lady Owls.
Talk about your girls. It's been off about a week, right?
Yeah, it's been last Friday we played against Oakville. We had one night off this week, so they're really anxious about playing the game. They're not used to having such a long period in between games, but we've been working on a lot of little things that we need to correct, and it's been a good week.
Tell me about your team and how the what's the right word? Cohesion of it is at this point in the season.
I think it's really great right now, and a lot of why they are so cohesive is this summer we played 36 games in a month of June, and we were together a lot. We went to team camp, so they spent a lot of time together, and I think that's what's really helped us this year so far.
So what do you see down the stretch here? Still continuing to play your brand of basketball?
Oh, yeah. Full court press, up tempo, getting out and run. That's when we play good. That's how we play, and hopefully, we start hitting some outside shots and some easy baskets, so it'll make it a little easier on us. But defensively, we're ahead of where I expected we'd be, and that's what's winning us games right now.
Now, talk about some injuries. I know that you've had ankles and wrists and things like that throughout the season. Is that still a problem?
No, actually. Well, I got one girl with a thumb out. She's out for 2 weeks, so I'm not quite healthy. But other than that, all the sickness has finally gone away, so we're back to 10 strong. So when Ashley Kiltz gets back in 2 weeks, we'll be hopefully healthy and ready to go.
Well, that's all I had for you. Good luck tonight.
All right, thanks.
That's Merriam Knight, girls basketball coach, Lance Valley. Tip-off between the Lady Owls and the Lady Elks is next on MasonWebTV.com.
Attention singers, musicians, and all types of bands. Would you like to get some exposure? Not that type of exposure.
Get out.
Wrong again. How would you like to have your music featured on Mason Web TV? We play music before our webcasts and also at halftime of our sporting events. All you have to do is send an MP3 of your original music to music@MasonWebTV.com and we'll add it to our programming. The Bieber did it via the internet. Why can't you? That's music@MasonWebTV.com.
Thank you for checking out MasonWebTV.com. MasonWebTV.com provides local information written by local people, giving you another source for news, sports, and weather in Mason County. MasonWebTV.com is committed and dedicated to Mason County, giving you just what you need to stay informed. We've made it as easy as possible to stay up to date with RSS feeds, and you can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. This is MasonWebTV.com. Check us out daily.
Remember adventure? We do. The adventure begins at ExploreHoodCanal.com.
Hey business owners, it's not too late to get your business featured on MasonWebTV.com. You can advertise in a webcast, just on the website, or both. If you choose a webcast, it's $30 per game, and that gets you free 30-second commercials. If you're looking for a more consistent way to advertise, then a banner ad on MasonWebTV.com is just what you need. For $75 a month, you will get a static place on the front page and a rotating banner on every other page. We also have special deals. If you want both, contact MasonWebTV.com for details.
And welcome back to Merriam Knight High School. Here for the girls' basketball game. Here tonight, the Lake Quinault Lady Elks and the Merriam Knight Lady Owls. Starting lineups about to be announced here. We'll start out with the visiting Lady Elks. It's Romy Begay. Also, Faith Thomas, Michaela Blackburn, Amber Nealon, and Hannah Allen. That's Begay, Thomas, Blackburn, Nealon, and Allen, the starting five for the Lady Elks. For the Merriam Knight Owls, the Lady Owls, it's J.C. Valley. She's a freshman. She's 5'6". Miranda Soul, a 5'7" sophomore. Carly Adzero, a 5'8" junior. Lauren Deerkop, a 5'8" sophomore. And Hannah Frost, a 5'8" junior. So it's Valley, Soul, Adzero, Deerkop, and Frost for the Owls. Begay, Thomas, Blackburn, Nealon, and Allen for the Elks. Again, Valley, Soul, Adzero, Deerkop, and Frost, the starting five for the Owls. And we'll get a tip-off here shortly on MasonWebTV.com.
MasonWebTV.com is the place you will find live video coverage of high school basketball, featuring Merriam Knight, North Mason, and Shelton. Log on and enjoy as Diedrich Allen brings you a game a week.
Willie, baseline jumper over Farrell, rattled it in.
Our next webcast, Merriam Knight boys host Lake Quinault. Tip-off about 7:30. That's a high school basketball game of the week. Every week on MasonWebTV.com.
Seconds count. In just 30 seconds, a small fire inside your home can double in size, or an oxygen-starving seizure can kill 1 million brain cells. Seconds count. So when you call 911, take a deep breath and answer every question, starting with the very first one.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
911 needs your exact location. 911 needs to know where to go.
Well, we're about ready to get this thing tipped off. The Owls are on the court after their announcements for the starting five. It's J.C. Valley, Miranda Soul, Carly at 0, Lauren Deercup, and Hannah Frost. And for the Elks, it's Romy Begay, Faith Thomas, Michaela Blackburn, Amber Neeland, and Hannah Allen. The Elks are out there. It looks like they're going to send Begay to the center circle to get this thing tipped off. They're in their road blue. Owls will be in their home whites. Tipping this off about 40 minutes later than we originally thought. But we're here and we're ready for a great girls basketball game. So it's like Carly at 0 will be stepping into the center circle to tip this thing off for the Owls. Actually, that's Miranda Soul, isn't it? So it's Begay and Soul in the center circle to get this thing underway. Ball's thrown up, and the tip is won by the Owls. J.C. Valley comes up with it, and here come the Lady Owls. Up top it goes to Ed 0. Over to Soul, stolen away by Begay, and here come the Elks. With the ball, that is Hannah Allen. Swing it over to Blackburn. Blackburn down in the corner to Begay, back to Allen, lost it. And coming up with it is Hannah Frost for Merriam Knight. Here she comes the other way to J.C. Valley, trying to set the offense for the Owls. Bounce it over to Ed 0. Working on this near side. Now to Hannah Frost. Up top to J.C. No score. Turnovers on each side for each team. Now there's Soul down to the Deercop between her legs, and it rolls to the baseline and then goes on the baseline out of bounds. And as a second turnover on the Owls. No score. We played, about to 48 seconds here in the ballgame. The Owls are going to go full court press. Inbounds for the Elks. Goes to, that's Allen. Gets a screen in the back court. Trying to get by the defense. Stops on the dribble. Throws it up. And now that's Amber Neelan with it for Lake Quinault. Over goes to Begay. Looking down low. And stolen away by Lauren Deercup. She just grabbed it and pulled it away. And here come the Owls. Coming the other way is J.C. Valley to the foul line, to the paint. Bounce it up top to Frost, over to Soul for 3. In and out. Rebound. Tapped and controlled by the Elks. And that went to Amber Neelan. Sent it off to Hannah Allen. And here come the Elks. No score. Kick it out. Jumper inside the arc. That was by Thomas. No go. And a rebound goes to Frost, it looks like. Now it comes up to Soul. Trying to get it to Deercop. Deflected out of bounds. It's Owl ball on their own baseline. So the Owls will trigger the play. Will be Valley inbounds to Soul. She'll catch and shoot just inside the arc. It's short. Rebound. Frost had it. Pinched off and then falling out of bounds with the ball was Lake Quinault's Amber Neelan. So it's Owl ball, baseline inbounds, left of the backboard. Valley tried to throw it into Soul, nearly stolen away by Begay. It will go to the opposite side of the backboard, almost in the corner for the Owls. J.C. Valley will trickle it almost in the corner, but on the baseline. Looks it in, takes the pass, and she'll lob it up near the midcourt stripe to Soul. Gets it right back in the corner. Back to Miranda. Miranda Soul with the ball. Gets a screen from Ed 0. Drives side of the paint. Kick it out to Valley. Valley fakes the shot. Try to dribble it and hands it off to Soul. It's blocked by Begay, and Romy couldn't hold on to it, falling out of bounds. So we're going to do it again from the same spot. Owl ball. Left of the backboard. In it goes to Soul. Down to Deercop. Deercop didn't quite set her feet, and that's a turnover. That's the third in the ballgame for the Owls. No score. We've played a minute. And let's see here, a minute and 10 seconds. 5:50 to go here in the first quarter. Here comes Allen weaving her way up court. Throws it over to Neelan. Down it goes. That was Blackburn with the missed shot. And the Owls come up with a rebound. Here comes J.C. Valley the other way. To Soul. To Valley. Valley drives side of the paint. Back out to Soul. Soul bounces down to Deercop. Back out it goes to Soul. Shot on the way by Miranda. That's off. Rebound. Chair tracked down in the corner by Soul. And she'll dribble in. Throw it to Ed Zero. Ed Zero, side of the paint, up and in. Carly Ed Zero breaks the stalemate at 0. And it's 2-0. Merriam Knight leads. Lake Quinault with the ball now in their backcourt. Full court press. There's Allen up the far sideline. Hannah breaks the press, throws it all the way up under the bucket. Nice turnaround move by Thomas. Couldn't get it to fall, and the rebound goes to Carly at 0, and the Owls are coming the other way. Carly with it. Throws it to Valley in the corner. She'll take the 3. Short. Rebound Deercott. Back out to Valley. Up top it goes to Ed Zero, setting the play with the reset of the shot clock. Ed Zero drives top the key over to Soul. Soul on the 3-point arc. Missed it. Rebound goes to Nealon. Hand it off to Allen, and here come the Elks. Nice screen up the side. Up top it goes to Nealon. Nealon back down low off the glass and into Begay. It's 2-all now. Here comes J.C. Valley running the other way. Trying to weave her way into the traffic. Loses the ball. Frost comes up with it. Hands it off to Soul. Back out to Valley. Over goes to Soul. Soul drives baseline. Pull-up jumper. Missed the shot. Rebound goes to Allen. And she'll put it on the floor and try and run the other way for the Elks. Throws one up there, an air ball. Tracking it down was Thomas. But she was standing on the baseline. When she got it, it'll be Owl ball. And here comes J.C. Valley for Merriam Knight. 2-all is her score. Deercop with it between the circles. Over goes to Ed Zero. Carly holds the ball over her head. Gets a screen from Deercop. Nice find to Frost. Her shot falls off. 2 shots coming for Hannah Frost. First whistle in the ball game went on Amber Nealon. That's her first. At the line for 2 free throws, Hannah Frost. 3:41 to go here in the first quarter. 2-2 is our score. Missed the first one. Ashley Soul steps onto the court. She'll get Carly at 0. So both the Soul sisters are out there with Valley, Frost, and Deercop. Hannah has another free throw for the Owls. That one's off. Rebound tracked down by Nealon. Actually, she'll let it go out of bounds. It'll be a Lake Quinault ball. And a full court press again by the Owls. Here's a player-on-player press. Inbounds goes to Begay. Got it by Deercop in backcourt. Tops across midcourt, met by Valley. Now into the corner. Bounce it up. 3 on the way by Allen. That's short. Brown bounces around. Tapped into Valley's hands. Here she comes the other way for Merriam Knight. Stops. Goes over to Soul. Down to Frost. Frost double teamed on the box. Threw one up there. Missed the shot. The rebound goes to Lake Quinault. And it's Begay. She handed it off to Allen. Here come the Elks the other way. 2-2 still our score. Nealon, turnaround jumper in the paint, blocked by Frost, and here comes Valley the other way for Merriam Knight. Soul with it. That's Miranda Soul. Up to Valley. To Frost, around to Ashley. Ashley Soul for 3. That's in. No, it's short. Looked like it went in. Rebound goes to Frost. She'll put it up and in. Wow, it hit the net just like it went in, but it was short. So the Owls are up by 2, 4-2. 2:35 to go here in the first quarter. Inbounds. Deflected out of bounds by Miranda Soul. So we'll reset it again. Trying to get it into Michaela Blackburn. In the far corner from our standpoint here. Nealon will throw it up the court, and it bounces all the way out of bounds, and it will be Owl ball in that far corner. Nobody touched it. So it's a Merriam Knight ball in the far corner. Checking into the ball game for the first time for Merriam Knight, Melody Snyder. She goes gets in Lauren Deercop. J.C. Valley will inbounds it from the far sideline in that corner. Into Miranda Soul, back to Valley. Valley open 3. It's in. Count it. J.C. Valley for 3. 7-2. 5-point lead for Merriam Knight. 2:22 to go here in the first quarter. Big A up the far sideline, throws it up the court. Ashley Soul had it, rolls off of her hands. Hannah Frost comes up with it, and here she comes the other way. She'll throw it up to Miranda Soul. Goes right to the hoop, plays off the glass. It spins in there. Miranda Soul getting active, and timeout is called. 2 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 9 for Merriam Knight, 2 for Lake Quinault. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back here on MasonWebTV.com.
Packers,
Vikings, Red State, Blue State.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
But when we live united, we create real lasting change in the education, income, and health of our country.
United.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
So we're back 2:08 here in the first quarter. That's 2:08 to go here in the first quarter. 9 for Merriam Knight, 2 for Lake Quinault. Owls doing it by stealing the ball and converting those into points. It's Elk ball coming out of the timeout. Owls are going to go full court press. Inbounds goes to Piquet. Piquet shadowed in back court by Miranda Soul. Still with the ball on the far side. Double dribble, though. And that'll be the 6th turnover on the Lady Elks by my count. 1:57 to go here in the first quarter. 9-2, still our score. Merriam Knight on top. Owls have the ball. JC Valley coming the other way. Weaving her way in. Stops at the foul line. Throws up a shot. Missed it. Rebound. Stolen away and kicked out of bounds by Miranda Soul. Almost had a steal on that rebound, but she kicked it out of bounds. And it'll be Elk ball on the sidelines, near sideline. Full court press again. Looks like player on player for the Owls. Nealon will get it in to Thomas. Thomas had the ball stolen away by Ashley Soul. Finds Miranda Soul to the box. Hook pass down to Valley. Valley off the glass and in. So it's 11-2. 9-point lead for Merriam Knight. Lake Quinault trying to come back, pushing the pace up. Into the ballgame was that's a Begay. Begay steps by the defense, nails a long 2. Romy Begay with 4 points. All of the Elk points here tonight so far. Miranda Soul has it, gets a screen at the top, dribbles the foul line. Nice pass down to Hannah Frost, puts it up and in. 4 points for Hannah. And it's a 9-point lead again for Merriam Knight, 13-4. Minute to go, long pass up the court. And who's going to go get it? Nobody. It goes out of bounds, so it's the Owl ball under the backboard on the opposite end of the court. 3 substitutions for the Owls. Carly at 0 returns. Lauren Deerkop returns. And we have number 11, which I'm going to assume. I'm going to have to track down who number 11 is. And we have a timeout anyways. We'll step aside for a timeout with 57.3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 13-4 is our score on MasonWebTV.com.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money.
And we're back. 57.3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Merriam Knight leads Lake Quinault 13-4. It is Merriam Knight ball under their own backboard. Inbounds goes to Snyder in the ball game. Her shot, turnaround shot, is deflected and taken away by the Elks. And here comes Allen. Up it goes to Blackburn. Back to Allen on the baseline. Finds it to Blackburn. Throws it away. And here comes Lauren Deerkop the other way for Merriam Knight. Throws it to J.C. Valley. Throws it across to Snyder. Snyder drives to the baseline. Cut off. Finds Valley in the paint. Puts it on the floor. Drops it over to add 0. Down it goes to Guru. Turnaround hook off the box. No. Rebound slapped and controlled by Lake Quinault, but a whistle on the Owls. It's Lake Quinault ball. In their own backcourt, full court press again. Inbounds goes to Begay. Hooks it and stolen away by Schneider. Oops, right out of shot, and the ball stayed in bounds, but stays into the hands of the Elks. Sideline inbounds on the far sideline. Nealon will trigger the play, throws it to Blackburn in the front court. Throws it the cross court to Begay. Jumper on the way. Nope. Nealon with a rebound. She's fouled. No shot on that. And it's a whistle on the Owls. One on Melody Schneider's her first. Baseline inbounds. In it goes to Blackburn. She'll catch and shoot for three. Miss it. Carly at zero has the rebound, and the quarter runs out. So we're through one quarter. Merriam Knight leads by 9, 13-4 after one on MasonWebTV.com.
MasonWebTV.com is the place you will find live video coverage of high school basketball featuring Merriam Knight, North Mason, and Shelton. Log on and enjoy as Diedrich Allen brings you a game a week.
Willie, baseline jumper over Farrell, rattled it in.
Our next webcast is Wednesday when the North Mason boys host Bremerton, one of the top teams in the Olympic League. Tip-off is 7 p.m. That's a high school basketball game of the week, every week on MasonWebTV.com.
7,000 students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. Keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
And we're waiting for the start of the second quarter. 13 for Merriam Knight, 4 for Lake Quinault. The Elks will start out with the ball right below us. Amber Nealon will trigger the play. Just out of shot. Everybody else is stacked up right in front of her at the midcourt stripe. Start of the second quarter. Inbounds goes to Blackburn in the back court. And here she comes. Going the other way, trying to go. Pushes it into Ashley Kiltz. Kicks it out to Allen. Allen bounces it to Nealon. Had to save it and got it right back. And here she goes. Top the key to the foul line. Bounce it over to 21. That's Jared in the ball game. A nice little set three that goes in for Michaela Blackburn. She didn't even jump on that one. Here come the Owls right back. Up goes to Carly at zero. Or goes to Frost off her hands, and the ball's free. She gets it right back. Bounce over to at zero. Carly out to Soul. Soul for three. Nope. Rebound goes to Jared. She'll throw it up. And it goes to Blackburn, go right to the hole. Missed the layup. Rebound goes to Carly at zero. And here come the Owls right back. Up it goes to Deerkop. Out to at zero. Now Soul. That's Miranda Soul with it. Up top to Frost, over to Ashley Soul. Down to Deerkop on the box. No look out to Miranda Soul. To Frost, to Ashley Soul. That's a long two. That's an air ball. Miranda Soul goes and gets the rebound. Finds at zero. She puts it up and in. Carly has 4 points tonight, 15-7, 8-point lead for Merriam Knight. Lake Quinault has the ball. Breaking the press is Blackburn going right coast to coast. Missed the layup. Frost with the rebound. And she had to stop. Nobody came back to help her. She picks up her pivot foot. And that is another turnover on the Owls. 6 by my count. 6:29 to go here in the half. 15 for Merriam Knight, 7 for Lake Quinault. Inbounds goes to Allen. Hannah Allen between the circles. Stops and pops for three. That's off the back of the iron. Rebound goes to Ashley Soul. Finds Miranda Soul. And she'll throw up a pass to Deerkop. Deerkop goes to the bucket. Stops. Kicks it out to Miranda. Jumper on the way. Nope. Frost with the rebound. The putback. Nope. Soul comes up with it. Miranda turn around in the paint. I'm going to say she traveled before the shot. So it goes back to Lake Quinault. Faith Thomas back in the ball game for the Elks. Nealon inbounds it to Begay. Romy with it. trying to get by Soul. Stops. Throws it to, that's Nealon. Nealon drives side of the paint, almost lost it. Kicks it out to Big A, finds Allen. Allen changing direction, stops, fakes the shot, and bounces it. Try to bounce it back to Big A, and it goes out of bounds. The 9th turnover on Lake Quinault. 5:43 to go here in the half. 15-7, Merriam Knight leads. The Owls have the ball. Here comes Miranda Soul. Throws over to Ashley Soul. Back up top to Miranda. And the bounce pass goes over to Deerkop. Now to Ed Zero. Back to Deerkop. Up top to Frost. Miranda Soul drives into the paint. It's blocked and taken away by the Elks. Here comes Amber Nealon. Nice pass down low and rejected by Hannah Frost. Faith Thomas didn't have a chance on that one. Frost with the active hands knocked it out of bounds. Substitutions. As, let's see here, Tiffany Guru steps onto the court for Merriam Knight. And so does JC Valley. It's Elk ball under their own backboard to the right side. Inbounds goes to Thomas. Thomas jumper at the side of the paint goes in. Gets her first bucket of the evening. And a 6-point lead for Merriam Knight, 15-9. Here comes JC Valley for the Owls, trying to go back. Stops, dribble it over to Deerkop. Open jumper on the way. No. Rebound Frost in traffic to add 0. Out to Valley. Valley drives in, throws it down to Frost. She'll put it up and in. Hannah Frost, 6 points tonight. It's an 8-point lead for Merriam Knight. 17-9. Inbounds. Goes to Jared. Finds Allen. Hannah Allen speeds up the far sideline. Lost the ball. Hannah Frost comes out of the pack with it. She'll go to the hole by herself. Lay it off the glass and in. 8 points for Hannah. And it's a 10-point lead for Merriam Knight. 19-9. Full court press again. Big Gay has it. Stops and throws it up. That's Thomas. Thomas trying to drive. Throws it out to Big A. Big A back down to Nealon. Nealon, nice move. Kick it out. Jared down to the baseline, and that's Thomas. Thomas Laws loses it out of bounds. And it'll go back to Merriam Knight. 4:08 to go here in the half. Michaela Blackburn steps back onto the court. Sitting down, Donna Jared. For the Elks. The Owls have the ball. Here's JC Valley. Over goes to Deerkop. Back up top to Valley. Over to Ed Zero. Back to JC. Now to Carly. Carly over to Valley, over to Deerkop. Deerkop up fakes once, puts it back to Valley. Valley didn't quite put the dribbles down before she picked up her feet. So it's a turnover. 3:48 to go here in the half. 19-9. Merriam Knight leads. Lake Quinault with the ball. Hannah Allen with it. Dribbling around traffic. Top of the key now. Setting the offense for the Elks. Having some trouble with Carly at Zero's reaching. Gets a screen from Nealon. Then steps back beyond the arc for 3. That's short. Rebound pulled down by Blackburn. And then she loses it out of bounds. Actually going to say it went off of Merriam Knight's Tiffany Guru. In the far corner, we have a lot of inbounding from the corners here this evening. Nealon will trigger the play. Throw it into Allen. Allen couldn't quite ward off the defense of Valley. Had to bat it out of bounds, and it's Owl ball. Got 11 turnovers on the Elks. 3:27 to go here in the half. 10-point lead for Merriam Knight. 19-9. JC Valley with the ball, top of the key. Throws over to Carly Ed Zero. Back to Valley. And back to Ed Zero. Looking low. Cross court it goes to Deerkop. Eyes the hoop. Puts it up. Missed the shot. Rebound to the Gay. And they're going to call Frost with the foul. And is a little too aggressive on that rebound. It's her first 13 foul on the Owls. It's Elk ball. In their backcourt. To the right of their backboard. Or back to the backboard that they defend. Still again the full court press. Nealon will trigger the play, throw it into Hannah Allen. It's a pushing screen. Michaela Blackburn picked up the personal foul. And that'll be another turnover. It's 12 on the Elks. 3:08 to go here in the half. 19-9, Merriam Knight leads. The Owls have the ball. J.C. Valley will trigger the play. The Owls are stacked up in the corners, 4 corners of the key. Inbounds is deflected and stolen away by the Elks. And here comes Hannah Allen. Dribbling to the baseline, steps back, throws it over to Nealon. Her shot falls off, and Deerkop pulls down the rebound. And here come the Owls. To Frost, to add 0, up, nope, with a shot. And with the rebound and the putback, Lauren Deerkop with her first bucket. And the Elks break the press now. Blackburn trying to get it down low to Thomas. Pass is deflected out of bounds. It'll go to the Elks under the backboard. .231 to go here in the half. 21-9 is the score. Mariam Knight leads. Lake Quinault with the ball. Shot off by Thomas, and the rebound goes to Mariam Knight. And here comes J.C. Valley. Trying to get by the defense. Stops on the dribble. Pivots to pass to add 0 over to Deerkop on the far side. Ball stolen away, and that was by Thomas. She's tripped up and fouled on trying to break away. 4th team foul on Mariam Knight. Didn't see who that went on. Went on J.C. Valley. It's her first. It's Elk ball right below us. Nealon inbounds it to Allen. Allen trying to go coast to coast. Well, not quite. She puts it up and in. Gets her first bucket of the ball game. And it's a 10-point lead for Mariam Knight. 21-11. J.C. Valley weaves her way down through traffic. Loses it out of bounds. And it'll be Lake Quinault ball. Under 2 minutes to go here in the half. 21-11. Mariam Knight on top. Lake Quinault with the ball. Nealon will trigger the play. Inbounds goes to Allen. She'll throw it to Begay. Throw it up to Blackburn. Out of her reach. Out of bounds. 14 turnovers on the Elks. 11 on the Owls. 1:48 to go here in the half. 21-11. Mariam Knight leads with the ball. Miranda Soul with it. To Lauren Deerkop off of her foot. Allen comes up with it. Trying to get by the defense. Crossing midcourt, coming to the near side, and changing directions, going right to the bucket. Missed the shot. Nealon comes up with the rebound, and there is a foul on the play. It'll go on Mariam Knight. That'll be their 5th team foul. The personal foul went on whom? J.C. Valley is her 2nd. Inbounds to Begay. She'll just do a little alley-oop, put it up and in. And it's 21-13. Timeout called by Mariam Knight. 1:27 to go here in the half. 21-13 is our score. We'll be back just a moment here at MasonWebTV.com.
So, I got this new family. And I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy. Oh, and she even talks to it. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
1:27 to go here in the half. 21 for Mariam Knight, 13 for Lake Quinault. The Owls have the ball off the little alley-oop inbounds to Romy Begay. And the Owls will bring up the ball. J.C. Valley with it in backcourt. She comes the other way. Bounce it a high post feed. Deerkop kick it out to Ed Zero. Finds Frost. Frost, long jumper from the foul line. Popped out. Rebound knocked out of bounds. That'll be Lake Quinault ball. With 1:13 to go here in the half. Allen will throw it up to Begay. And her pass up to Blackburn was deflected. And Blackburn couldn't quite keep her feet in bounds. And she loses it. And it goes right back to Mariam Knight. 1:07 to go here in the half. Here comes J.C. Valley to Deerkop. Out it goes to Ed Zero. Up to, try to get it up to Valley. And with a pick is Thomas going the other way. Nice stop and pop, but missed the shot. Rebound tapped out to Begay. Out it goes to Blackburn for 3. That's in. Second 3 for Michaela. 6 points for her tonight. It's a 5-point lead for Mariam Knight, 21-16. Here's Valley up top. Drives the foul line. Dribble it over to Ed Zero. Throws it back to Valley. Valley cross court to Miranda Soul. Puts it on the floor. Dribbles around. Lobs it over to Ed Zero. Catch and shoot. Nope. Rebound goes to Begay. Almost lost it. Looking the court over. Finds Allen. And here comes Hannah with 20 seconds to go in the half. 5-point deficit. Trying to drive. A nice pass down to Begay. Turnaround jumper doesn't fall. Miranda Soul comes up with 14 to go on the clock. Here she comes speeding up the far sideline. But out of control. Finds Valley. Valley for three. No. Rebound to Begay for Lake Quinault with 3 seconds to work. And Allen's three-quarter court pass at the halftime buzzer falls well short. And we're through one half. Merriam Knight on top, 21-16 here on MasonWebTV.com. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with some halftime statistics and more on MasonWebTV.com.
Remember adventure? We do. The fun begins at ExploreHoodCanal.com.
MasonWebTV.com is the place you will find live video coverage of high school basketball featuring Merriam Knight, North Mason, and Shelton. Log on and enjoy as Diedrich Allen brings you a game a week.
Willie, baseline jumper over Farrell, rattled it in.
Our next webcast, Merriam Knight boys host Lake Quinault. Tip-off about 7:30. That's a high school basketball game of the week. Every week on MasonWebTV.com.
And we're back here at halftime. Merriam Knight leads Lake Quinault by a score of 21-16. Leading all scorers in the ball game is the Owls' Hannah Frost. She has 8 points, 5 for J.C. Valley, 4 for Carly at 0, 2 apiece for Miranda Soul and Lauren Deerkop. That rounds out the scoring for Merriam Knight. For the Elks, they're being led by Romy Begay. She has 6 points, and Michaela Blackburn, she also has 6 points. She had 2 threes in the second quarter, 2 apiece for Faith Thomas and Hannah Allen. Turnovers, a big difference in the ball game. Well, actually, it was 15 turnovers for the Elks and 12 for the Owls. Owls were capitalizing on the turnovers while the Elks were not. And then that's where we stand at halftime. 21 for Merriam Knight, 16 for Lake Quinault. The Owls did have a 12-point lead at one point in time, and the Elks have cut that down to 5. So we are at halftime with the score. Merriam Knight 21, Lake Quinault 16. We'll be back with the second half in about 7.5 minutes here on MasonWebTV.com.
Just find a place to make your stand and take it easy. Well, I'm standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. I gotta know if your sweet love is gonna save me. We may lose, we may win, but we will never so what's wrong with me? I met you like a man on a fuzzy tree. Friends say I'm acting white as a bug. I'm in love, I'm all shook up. Yeah, yeah. Well, my feet are shaky and my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think when you have such luck? I'm in love, I'm all shook up. Hey, yeah, yeah. Well, please don't ask me what's on my mind. I'm a little mixed up, but I'm feeling fine. I need that girl that I love the best. My heart beats so it scares me to death. Touch my hand, what a chill I got. Kisses are like a volcano that's hot. I proudly say she's my buttercup. I'm in love, I'm all shook up. Hey, yeah, yeah. Well, my tongue gets tired when I try to speak. The inside shake like a leaf on a tree. It's all I want you for this body of mine. To have that girl that I love so fine. Touch to my hair, what a chill I got. The kisses are like a volcano that's hot. I'm proud to say she's my buttercup. I'm in love, I'm all shook up. Hey, yeah, yeah.
And we're about ready to start the third quarter. 21 for Merriam Knight, 16 for Lake Quinault. Owls are up by 12 at one point in time in the first half. And they'll start out with the ball with Lauren Deercup, J.C. Valley, Miranda Soul, Carly Adzero, and Hannah Frost. Wait a minute, we have a whistle. Now we're ready to play. So just below us, Lauren Deercup will inbounds the play at half court. And here comes J.C. Valley. Gets a screen at the top of the key. Bounces it over to Adzero, down to Frost. Hook shot goes in for Hannah Frost. Give her 10 points tonight, leading all scorers. And it's 23-16. Steal on the trying to break the press by Miranda Soul. And the Owls get the ball right back. That's Valley with it. Looking low for Deercup. Throws it up top. And now goes to Adzero on the opposite side. Now Adzero steps back for three. No. Rebound deflected in the middle and still loose. Begay goes falling to the floor. No, actually, that was Nealon falling to the floor. And it's tied up, and that'll be a jump ball. Lake Quinault will get their first shot at it. Again, full court press. Inbounds goes to Hannah Allen for the Elks. Allen, pass deflected out of bounds. It'll be Quinault ball under their own backboard to the left side, almost by the three-point arc. Elks are all stacked up on the free throw line. Inbounds goes in to Thomas. Her jumper's off. Rebound goes to Adzero. She'll bounce it up to midcourt to J.C. Valley. Can't handle it. Thomas comes up with it, and here comes Begay. Romy Begay coming the other way. Over through her intended target in Nealon, and that'll be turnover. Owls get the ball back. Played a minute 4 here in the third quarter. 23-16 is our score. Merriam Knight on top. Owls have the ball. Here comes J.C. Valley. Top of the key. Stops and pops for three. Nope. Rebound. Whistle on Merriam Knight on the loose ball. That'll go Miranda Soul. That's her first team foul in the half. 6:46 to go here in the third quarter. 23-16 is our score. Hannah Allen with it. Getting by the press. Throws it up to Begay. Romy Begay to the three-point arc. Steps back for that three. Missing it. Rebound was Nealon. And she's fouled by Merriam Knight. Second team foul on the Owls. Personal foul went on J.C. Valley. It's her third. Ashley Soul checks in for Merriam Knight. J.C. Valley will sit down. It's a Lake Quinault ball. on the baseline. Nealon will trigger the play, goes into Begay. She'll step back beyond the three-point arc, try to lob it into the middle, and with a steal is Lauren Deerkop. Gives it up to Miranda Soule. Soule on the drive, steps to the hoop and puts it up and in. Miranda Soule. And it's a 9-point lead for Merriam Knight, 25-16. Another turnover by the Elks, and here comes Miranda Soule. Steps in, puts it up, and they're going to wave it off as a travel. So here we're going, turning things over back and forth for each team. It's now a Lake Quinault ball with 6:01 to go in the third. 25-16 is our score. Hannah Allen with it for the Elks. Dribbles past to the double team, draws a foul on Merriam Knight. I think it's going to go on Lauren Deerkop. It did. That is her first. Third team foul on the Owls. Sideline inbounds right in front of the Elk bench. Nealon inbounds it to Blackburn. Blackburn will dribble to the near side now. Looks for somebody to throw it to. Throws it over to Nealon. Nealon trying to back her way down on Frost. Fades away on the baseline off the glass and in. That's her first bucket of the night. Comes Miranda Soule up the far sideline. Bounce it to at 0. And her pass is deflected. Goes out to Ashley Soule. Her three is short. Rebound Frost. Bounce it to Soule on the box. Tied up. And that'll stay with Merriam Knight. Melody Snyder into the ball game for Merriam Knight. Carly at 0 will sit down. 5:21 to go here in the third. 25-18. Merriam Knight on top. Owls have the ball. Soule will inbound it. It's Miranda Soule into Ashley Soule. Fakes the three. Bounce it to Miranda on the baseline. Steps back beyond the three-point line. Goes to Ashley, to Frost, to Schneider. Schneider, long two, goes in. Melody's first bucket of the night. 27-18. 9-point lead for Merriam Knight. Lake Quinault with the ball. Up it goes to Blackburn for three. No. Rebound goes to Thomas. She missed the shot. Reaching over the top was Nealon, and they're going to give it to the Elks. 5:53 to go here in the third, 27-18. Nealon inbounds it to Allen. Allen and Frost have a little fight over the ball, and Allen steps back for three, misses a shot. Rebound is knocked out of bounds by Soule. It'll be Elk ball to the right of the backboard this time. Nealon will trigger the play again. Inbounds goes to Allen, back goes to Nealon. The ball pokes free, and Soule comes up with it, and Miranda goes down, wincing in pain on her ankle, and she's having some difficulty right there trying to stand up. She did injure herself, and we do have a whistle on the Elks. Foul went on Hannah Allen, her first whistle on the Elks here in the half. Miranda Soule will get a breather off of the injury. She goes over limping under her power, but she's limping. And J.C. Valley is in to replace her. Lauren Deerkop will inbounds it. And here comes J.C. with the ball and the lead. Bounce it over to Ashley Soule. Back up top to Valley. Valley dribbling over to the left. Stops. Bounce it over to Ashley. Ashley looking low for Deerkop. It's back to Valley. Over to Ashley. Ashley long two. No. Rebound tracked down by Frost on the far side. Nope. She can't quite hit it. Out of bounds it goes. It's Elk ball. Hannah Allen has it in backcourt. Finds Amber Nealon. Back to Allen. Allen gets a screen crossing midcourt. And a whistle on Hannah Frost is her second. Fourth team foul on the Owls in the half. Nealon inbounds it to Allen, and here come the Elks with the ball, trailing 27-18. Allen comes over to the near side, trying to get by the defensive Valley. Gets a screen, trips, and they're going to call Valley with a foul, I believe. That's a 4 on her. Carly had 0 up off the Owl bench. No, actually, it did not go on Valley. It actually went on Hannah Allen. That's her second whistle on the Elks. It's Owl ball. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 27-18 is our score. JC Valley bounces it over to Melody Schneider. Gets the ball back. Feeds Frost down low. Puts it up and in. Hannah Frost with 12 points tonight. 29-18. 11-point lead for Merriam Knight. And Allen just kind of dribbled out of bounds. Lost the ball. And here comes Carly at 0 up the far sidelines. To Valley between the circles, dribbles to the right, stops, lays the pass down to Frost, goes right to the bucket, lays it up and in. Give her 14 points and a timeout called by Lake Quinault. 3:14 to go here in the third. 31-18 is our score. Is this a full? Is this a 30-second timeout? It's a 30-second timeout. With 3:14 to go in the third, 31-18 here on MasonWebTV.com.
to 584.
3:14 to go here in the third quarter. 31 for Merriam Knight, 18 for Lake Quinault. Biggest lead of the night so far for the Owls. It'll be Elk ball. Nealon will, if she's able to run, and she'll inbounds the play. The Owls are going their full court press again. Nealon gets it into Begay, Romy Begay. Dribble spins across midcourt from trying to get it to Begay, and actually goes to, Begay will take a three at the top of the key. Miss it. Rebound. Pulled down, and coming up with the ball is Melody Snyder. Out to Valley. Valley to the hoop. Hard foul down. JC down hard. And a whistle. And as the whistle goes, the foul goes on Lake Quinault. JC Valley's at the line for 2 free throws. Personal foul went on Romy and Begay. That's her first. Actually, that's her second. And Valley's at the line for 2 free throws. First trip to the line for her tonight. She has 5 points. .252 to go here in the third quarter. JC hit the first free throw. Miranda Soul back in the ball game. Got her ankle taped up and all good. And Ashley Soul will sit down for the Lady Owls. Merriam Knights, JC Valley. The line again for another free throw. Got it. Give her 7 points. It's 33-18. Romy Begay. Get an illegal screen from Donna Gerard, and that becomes a turnover as well as a foul. And it's Owl ball. Sideline inbounds. Near sideline. Valley will trigger the play. Faith Thomas back in the ball game for the Elks. Inbounds goes to Snyder. Looking low for a 0. Throw it up top to Soul. Back to Snyder. Snyder long two. That rims off. Rebound was almost corralled by Blackburn. She's fouled by Merriam Knight. One on JC Valley. Yep, that's 4 on JC. Ashley Soul will step on, replace JC. And it is Elk ball. Romy Begay throws it up court, trying to get it down to Nealon. Overthrows everybody out of bounds. Nice thought. Couldn't get with the connection on the pass. Substitution into the ball game for Merriam Knight. Lauren Deerkop replaces Carly at 0. Here comes Miranda Soul to Ashley Soul. Looking low, finds Deerkop on the foul line, bounce it over and around the horn, back to Ashley. Ashley back over top to Miranda, back to Ashley. Ashley for 3. No. Rebound. Miranda goes right to the hoop. Blocked and fouled. So Miranda Soul will be at the line for 2 free throws. .206 to go in the third. 33-18 still our score. Miranda Soul will eye the hoop for first free throw. That's short. Should get another one. And sub in as Amy Bearden steps onto the court for the first time tonight, replacing Melody Schneider. And Miranda Soul has another free throw. Up and in. Give her 5 points. 34-18 is the score. Merriam Knight on top. Lake Quinault with the ball. Romy Begay with it. Steps across midcourt. Draws a triple team. Stolen away by Miranda Soul. She'll go alone to the hoop. Lay it off the glass. Miss the layup. Rebound goes to Deerkop. She'll put it up and in. Lauren Deerkop's second basket of the ball game. It's 36-18. 18-point lead for Merriam Knight. And here comes Thomas. Warding off the defense. And a timeout called by Lake Quinault. 1:37 to go in the third quarter. 37-18 is our score. We'll step aside here for a short minute. We'll be back with more from Merriam Knight High School on MasonWebTV.com.
That's the keeper.
Yep. Come on.
Remember adventure? We do. Your family fun begins at explorehoodcanal.com.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
And we're back. A minute 37 to go in the third quarter. Merriam Knight 36. Lake Quinault 18. Elk ball coming out of timeout. Nealon will inbounds it from the sideline. Up it goes to Blackburn. Blackburn dribbles to the far side there. Bounces off to Allen. Allen gets the screen, steps around, lobs it low to Begay. She'll lay it off the glass and in. Romy Begay trying to get busy. She has 8 points tonight. Owls break the press to Frost. Frost steps back. Long two. Nope. Rebound. Begay for Lake Quinault. Up it goes to Blackburn. Blackburn to the bucket. Missed the shot. Rebound goes to Nealon. She'll step back, set the offense for the Elks. Bounces over to Allen. Allen with a minute to go here in the third quarter. Up top it goes to Blackburn for 3. Nothing but net. That's her third 3 in the ballgame. Give her 9 points. She just has this little push shot that she does. Very successful. Miranda Soul with it in backcourt for Merriam Knight. Splits the double team. Bounces it down to Frost. Puts it up short. Rebound goes to Begay. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. 36-23. Romy hands it off to Allen. Hannah Allen down to Nealon. Nealon throws it to Blackburn. Extra pass to the foul line. That was Thomas. Her jumper's off. And we have a whistle under the backboard. And it went on whom? It went on Ashley Soul, her first 16 foul. Inbounds from the baseline. Goes to Romy Begay. Her jumper's off. Rebound Nealon. Out it goes. Blackburn off the glass. No. Rebound goes to Thomas. Foul line jumper. There's a foul on that one. 2 shots coming for Faith Thomas. Personal foul went on Ashley Soul. It's her second. Got 13.7 seconds to go in the third quarter. 36-23 is our score. Merriam Knight on top. Lake Quinault. Faith Thomas at the line for 2 free throws. Her first trip to the line tonight. Missed the first free throw. Get another one. Faith has 2 points tonight. Make it 3. Miranda Soul gets the inbounds from Hannah Frost. There's Deercop going coast to coast off the glass and in. Miranda Soul. Nobody stopped ball. Give her 5 points in the quarter, 7 for the ball game. And that's 3 quarters, folks. Merriam Knight is on top after 3, 38-24. We'll be back with the final 8 minutes here on MasonWebTV.com.
MasonWebTV.com is the place you will find live video coverage of high school basketball featuring Merriam Knight, North Mason, and Shelton. Log on and enjoy as Diedrich Allen brings you a game a week.
Willie, baseline jumper over Farrell, rattled it in.
Our next webcast, Merriam Knight boys host Lake Quinault. Tip-off about 7:30. That's a high school basketball game of the week. Every week on MasonWebTV.com.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Let's switch to Energy Star light bulbs and stop burning through cash. Saving energy saves you money.
And we're waiting for the start of the fourth quarter. 38-24 our score. Merriam Knight on top. After the first 3 quarters of the ball game, Hannah Frost leads the Owls with 14 points. 7 for Miranda Soul and J.C. Valley. 4 for Carly, 0 4 for Lauren Deercop, and 2 for Melody Schneider. The Elks will start out with the ball for the fourth quarter. They have Nealon, Allen, Blackburn, Begay, and number 11's in there, Alex Blackburn, in for the first time tonight for the Elks. Allen hands the ball, bounce over to Blackburn. It's Michaela Blackburn, over to Begay, looking low, and off the hand of, Alex Blackburn out of bounds. Turnover for the Elks to start the quarter. Deercop looking for somebody to inbounds the throw. Throws it in to Schneider. Melody Schneider trying to get across midcourt. Has Blackburn all over her. Finds at 0. Throws it up top to Soul. Miranda Soul with the ball. Stops up top. Looks the court over. They need somebody to throw it to. Throws over to Schneider. Schneider on the drive to the baseline. Runner short. Rebound goes to at 0. Blocked out of bounds. It should be white ball. Under their own backboard, the Owls get the ball to the right side of the backboard. Miranda Soul will inbounds it. We have a couple of discussions by the outside referees. Should be 6 on the shot clock, I believe is what they're saying. Still waiting for the shot clock to be reset. 7:17 to go here in the ball game, 38-24. Owls have had the lead of as much as 18 points. And we have a timeout called on the floor. 7:17 to go in the ball game, 38-24. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more here on MasonWebTV.com.
MasonWebTV.com is the place you will find live video coverage of high school basketball featuring Merriam Knight, North Mason, and Shelton. Log on and enjoy as Diedrich Allen brings you a game a week.
Willie, baseline jumper over Farrell, rattled it in.
Our next webcast is Wednesday when the North Mason boys host Bremerton, one of the top teams in the Olympic League. Tip-off is 7 p.m. That's a high school basketball game of the week, every week on MasonWebTV.com.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
It will be Owl ball coming out of the timeout. 7:17 to go in the game. 38-24. Merriam Knight leads. They have the ball. Miranda Soul inbounds it from the right of the backboard. Owls are all spread out. Inbounds goes to Deerkop. Trying to step to the basket. Throws it to the corner, and it goes to Miranda. Across court it goes to Carly at 0. Her shot at the buzzer falls short. Miranda Soul with the rebound and the putback. No. Or finally pulling it out for the Elks is Hannah Allen. Trying to get up the court to the three-point arc. Nice defense by Miranda Soul. Knocking it out of bounds. This is, Amber Neeland was there. Had an open look at the ball, or at the hoop. She'll inbounds it from the baseline into Allen. Allen for 3. No. Rebound goes to Ashley Soul. Ashley coming the other way to the box, puts it up, and we have a charging foul on Ashley Soul. Nice collision, giving up the body. Was Hannah Allen. She went down hard, but she's up, and they're going to check to make sure she's okay. So it's 6:47 to go here in the ball game. 38-24 is our score. We have a boys basketball game coming up after this game. The Elks and the Owls, the boys version, comes up about 20 minutes after this wraps up. So we're looking at about shortly after 8 o'clock will be the tip-off time, as Hannah Allen will have to sit out for a play or two. Checking into the ball game, Faith Thomas for Lake Quinault. It'll be Quinault ball coming out of the timeout, or out of the dead ball there because of the foul, the charging foul to Ashley Soul. Owls are going full court press. Inbounds goes to Begay. Aromi Begay trying to get by the defense. Throws it up the court to Thomas. Back to Begay. Down to Alex Blackburn, out to Michaela Blackburn, and that is Thomas. Thomas throws up a prayer. Ball is corralled by Deerkop. Her outlet, a little bit erratic, and at 0 comes up with it for Merriam Knight. Finding her way up to the front court with the ball. Now here's Miranda Soul. Back to at 0. Her shot goes in from the baseline. Carly at 0 with 6 points tonight. 40-24. Here's a 2-on-2. Blackburn to the baseline. Throws out the trailer. Another Blackburn. Cross court goes to Thomas. Thomas drives to the box on the right side. Gets it to Nealon. Nealon spins to the paint. Fade away into paint. Falls in for Amber Nealon. That's only her second basket in the ballgame. 4 points for her. Here comes Miranda Soul. Up the far sideline. Hesitates, drives right to the hoop, puts up a shot, missed it. At 0 comes up with a rebound, but we have a whistle. There'll be 2 shots coming for somebody. Amber Nealon picked up her second personal, 6th team foul on the Elks, and at the line for 2 free throws, Miranda Soul. She has 7 points tonight. She is 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Hannah Frost returns for Merriam Knight, as does Tiffany Garou. Sitting down, Lauren Deerkop and Ashley Soul. Also sitting down for Lake Quinault, Alex Blackburn. Stepping in was Hannah Allen. Hannah Allen is back in the ballgame for the Elks. Soul's second free throw for Merriam Knight. Rattled in. Give her another point. Give her 8 points. She's 2 for 4 tonight from the free throw line. 41-26 is our score. Merriam Knight on top. 5:25 to go here in the ball game. Lake Quinault has a ball. Allen. And another moving screen on the Elks, and I think that's Faith Thomas. Yep, it went on Thomas. That's her first. 7th team foul. It's the Owl ball. Carly at 0 will trigger the play. Back in the ball game, J.C. Valley. She gets the ball in backcourt. Dribbles to the top of the key. Thought about a three, throws it down to the box, and Frost goes right to the bucket and lays it off the glass and in. 16 points for Hannah Frost tonight. 43-26 is the score. Allen speeds across midcourt, bumped and fouled by Hannah Frost. 3rd personal on Hannah. 9th team foul, so that's a 1-on-1 situation for Lake Quinault. 5 minutes to go in the ballgame. 43-26. That should be 1-on-1. Very good, guys. The referees were not really paying attention, I don't think. And so Hannah Allen's at the line for 2 free throws. She only has 2 points tonight. Hasn't been to the line. The Elks have only been to the line 1 time before as a team. Hannah hits the first free throw. She'll get another one. And so with that make there, it makes the Elks 2 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. And Allen 1 for 1. In and out on the second one. Begay almost had the rebound, but Snyder comes up with it. Here comes J.C. Valley the other way. Throws it down. Cherry picking under the basket was Guru. Missed a layup. Frost with the rebound and a putback doesn't fall in. And Begay pulls it down for Lake Quinault. Here comes Hannah Allen. Throws it to Blackburn. Over it goes to Thomas. Back to Allen. Allen to the foul line. Right to the hoop. Scoop shot goes in for Hannah Allen. Give her 5 points tonight. And it's a 14-point lead for Merriam Knight. 43-29. The J.C. Valley trying to go coast to coast. Loses the ball. Gets it back in the paint. Finds Frost. Frost stolen away by Begay. And here comes Allen throwing it up to Thomas. Thomas drag her pivot foot and doesn't get a whistle, but misses a shot. And Hannah Frost comes up with it. Bounces up to Schneider. Schneider to the three-point arc on the far side to Frost. Frost top of the key. Throws it over to Ed 0. Carly eyes hoop back to Frost. Frost tried to lace a pass down low. It's deflected. The Ag 0 comes up with it. Goes right to the bucket and missed the shot. Rebound is poked out of bounds by the Owls. It will be Lake Quinault ball. Alex Blackburn steps in. And from Lake Quinault, replacing Faith Thomas. It'll be Elk ball. Inbounds goes to Begay. Romy bumps into Frost. Frost comes up with the ball, but was standing on the sideline right down below us, just out of shot. It will stay in the hands of the Elks. Galen will trigger the play with 3:44 to go in the ball game. 43-29 is the score. Inbounds goes to Blackburn. Over to Allen. Hannah puts it on the floor, drives right to the hoop, puts it up, misses shot, rebound, J.C. Valley. For Merriam Knight, here she comes the other way. Changing direction with a crossover dribble. Stops between the circles. Finds at 0 down to Frost. Frost blocked by Begay. Ball is saved in bounds, but not quite. Nice hustle by Tiffany Guru on the sidelines. It'll be Elk ball. Just had a shot there, inbounds. Goes to Romy Begay. And Begay goes the other way. Double team throws it over to the trailer. That's Blackburn. Alex Blackburn throws it in a prayer, and it falls. So it's now 43-31 with 3:05 to go here in the ball game. J.C. Valley brings the ball up this time. Throws it over to Carly at 0. Finds Guru. Turnaround jumper falls off. Rebound and putback. Hannah Frost. 18 points for Miss Frost tonight. 45-31. 2:50 to go in the ball game. Here comes Hannah Allen for Lake Quinault. Lost it, but it rolled right to Nealon. She'll drive side of the paint and finds Black.